Hello, and welcome to this video, which is a guided tour of the Align portal. So I'm going to share with you my screen, which might look slightly different for yourselves, depending on your level of membership and whether you've already done your assessments or not. So I will share some of the information here. So when you are logged into the website, so you might start from this window. This button will be changing to account, and from here you can navigate to the healing portal. Once you're in any of these portals, you'll be able to see as well that you've got also another button at the top that says portals, and you can navigate to the healing portal from here as well. So inside the healing portal, this is essentially what a client, so someone who wants to work on themselves, someone that wants to improve their health and well-being, will be registered and have access to this particular portal. So the healing portal is where they manage essentially their pathway, their journey. So we start with assessments at the top. So as you can see on the side, I got the 7 Secrets assessment, and also the Shamanic Transcendence Therapy or Merlin Comprehensive Assessment. So these are the two tests that I also asked you to go through for yourselves. This one takes about 5 to 10 minutes. This one takes about an hour. Some people take 5, so it's entirely up to you. But the more information you put in, the more you're going to get out of this process. Now, the thing that is a little bit difficult to explain is obviously is for me to go through this and show you what the system does. But I can't show you other people's records, so I can't show you data or things that are confidential. So you need to use a little bit of imagination, and you will see this portal for yourself with your own information. So when it comes to the next bit is subscription. So once people have had information about their assessments, if they wish to work with a practitioner, this is where they can decide to sign up for £97 per month, which gives them access to a lot of resources, and they can join the pathway, the journey from this particular tab, subscription. So this is viable for yourself as well. If you would like to do some work on yourself, by all means you can join, but remember that you are going through this program already, so you're going to get a lot of support. But if you want therapeutic support, so if you want to work with me or another practitioner, this is where you come to register. And this would be the same for your clients if they want to work with you. So you're basically asking them to sign up, and this is where of the £97 per month you're getting the 70%, so it's about £70 that comes to you directly. So this is automated, so there's no need for you to monitor or tell me I signed up people, because all of this is registered, and you'll see how we onboard people into the clinic as well in another video. But this is to understand what the client sees. So when you're giving them information about the assessment, their analysis, and providing them information with what it is that you can support them with, if they are then interested in working with you, you direct them here to sign up to the subscription, which basically puts them on a monthly direct debit. Now, next, once we have received both the 7 Secrets as well as the comprehensive assessment, there's an analysis which you will see once we get to the clinical portal. So this is not what the client sees, this is what you will see as a practitioner. But once we have done the analysis, we are sharing some information with the clients, which appears in Insights. So when we come to Insights, you might not be able to see anything right now because I'm not sharing that information, because there may be private and confidential health and well-being stuff for the client. So this is where basically they are going to see what they should be working on immediately, in the short term, in the medium term and long term, as well as what their goals are. So this is what is coming from the analysis, from the AI analysis, and you'll see that side. And all of that can be negotiated with the client, because just because we're making recommendations, it might not necessarily mean that the client resonates with all of that, and maybe they want to negotiate what exactly they want to prioritize, for example, and all of that is possible. Remember that AI doesn't do everything for you. AI does not diagnose. It does not is not what you call it, is not rigid. Yeah. So as much as it might make some recommendations, we are the practitioners, so we have to have human input to be able to make it work for ourselves and our clients. So the insights are very useful because they help us give some ideas to the client about what sort of work they should be doing. And generally the feedback from clients is that finally they see a very clear path ahead of them of what is the journey. So the insights will also make a recommendation about the length and time of our relationship with them, and and how long their healing journey might take. But as much as it is a recommendation, remember that this is flexible too, because sometimes it could be that we identify from the assessment that maybe someone is not drinking enough, so they are dehydrated. And just the simple process of increasing hydration might actually make incredible shifts in their health and well-being. And it could be that if we said that your healing journey might take 9 months, for example, and now all of a sudden they really started looking after themselves and their hydration, it could be that that 9 months becomes 6 because other things have started working. Inflammation has decreased, detoxing is taking place. So, that journey might shorten. On the other side, emotionally, perhaps we are going to do some work with our clients. Remember that you will only be doing the work that you are trained to deliver, and we'll come to that later on. But if we decide that we're going to be doing some emotional work, we might be dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, so a very deep trauma, for example. And whilst we delve there to deal with that, we could open Pandora's box and find that there's lots of other stuff underneath that needs to be dealt with too. So it could be that that 9 months journey could extend. So this is what I'm saying. The insight will give you an idea, but that idea needs to be flexible, and obviously something that we are working with our clients and negotiating and reviewing and assessing every time. Okay. Next, we got a journal. So the journal here is where I might decide that as a therapist, I'm going to give, as a client, I want to keep some notes about my journey. So there's a personal journal where I can make private journal notes, or I can make notes that are shared with my practitioner. So depending on which one I choose, then obviously this is relating to the first month, for example. So it basically monitors the journey of the client month by month. And if they decide to share with the practitioner, it could be, look, I need more guidance because now I've started, I started hydrating more and I'm finding that I'm going to the toilet all the time. Is this normal? Of course it is, but they might be asking these questions here and sharing it with the practitioner. So it's really beautiful that this that there's an ability to do this. Obviously, clients might choose not to share their notes, but if they do, then AI will analyze that information as well when it comes to planning the next month. And we'll look at how session planning and month-by-month benchmarking happens, which is incredible. But this is where that information can be fed into the system. As you can see, there's also a facility here for the client to message my therapist. So if they are working with you, or if you are working with me, you could come here and send me a message directly, or your clients obviously can use that to message you. Then you also have the 7 Secrets Progress. So what this is the 7 Secret test that you're taking. You get a snapshot of the results here, but if you take the assessment again as a benchmarking tool over time, this will basically, you can see, retake the assessment, and you can also come on the 7 Secrets course. This is for clients that obviously might want to explore that, but what this tool does is that it tracks how things have changed over time. So it basically offers an opportunity to really understand how things change because of the work that we're doing on ourselves. Now I want to go and have a look as well at goals, which you're not going to see much here at the moment, because again, this is personal to a client, but this is where they get a very clear direction of what type of results they want to achieve. So this is not about I want to reduce my my inflammation, or I want to overcome my mental health difficulty or whatever. But the goal is the final destination, yeah. And when we have a goal in sight, everything becomes more focused, yeah. So we want to look at what is the end result, okay. And finally, here we also have my tasks. Now this is great because in my tasks is where the practitioner can drop in certain things that I'll show you here. For example, there may be mindfulness tools, like, you know, breathing. It could be choosing a steady memory, wave mapping. There's a lot of different things. Journaling. We can look at self-care, choosing one rest act, 5 minutes ritual, and, you know, again, movement. So these are little tasks that a practitioner can give to a client to go through as part of their journey. So, for example, I was working with a client that needed to create safety and stability before doing deeper work, and I allocated a task to do 5 minutes of breath work every day, to practice an anchoring modality, a little tool to create safety, to use eye movements to regulate anxiety. And I just basically gave these little instructions, and the client can see them in my tasks. So every day they can go there and tick to say that they've done it. So the system is tracking, you know, how these things have been put in place. There's also a book your session. So once you are registered and you're working with clients, or in this case, if you're working with me, you can come here and you can look at my availability, and you can book a therapeutic session with me. This is not a catch up. This is actually a once per month opportunity to do the therapeutic work if you're signed up to the £97 per month subscription. So this is where people can see your calendar as well. So if you've got clients that you're working with, you can upload your link for your calendar, and basically your clients will be able to book through there. At the bottom of the healing portal, there's also the resources that people can access. So obviously we've got the Align portal, which is where the 7 Secrets course is, and a lot of other resources, other courses that are available to them through the Academy, the retreats that we run, the online ceremonies that are every 6 weeks. These are free, and they are around the Celtic Fire festivals, and this is where the students from the Academy come to deliver their gifts, to gift back to the community and provide healing out there. So those are what those are about. The Wisdom Vault, I will show you briefly in a second, and I'll explain why at the moment it's locked, because there's a lot of resources there. I want to make sure that people are able to see. Sorry, I ended up clicking on something else. So down here we've got as well for clients that want to do their blood tests, they can go there and pre-order the different tests that are available. This week we're actually loading, not just, we got here the allergies, intolerances, hormones, and also specific vitamins and mineral tests, but this week what we are adding to this is also gut health and microbiome tests, which I'm very excited about. So they can be pre-ordered from there. Also, we sell tinctures and remedies that people can also purchase from there, essences in the same way. And then at the bottom, there's another link to contact and ourselves, you know, so that people can reach us. And there's a link to downloading the app, which I will show you at a different point. in a different video. But I wanted to just mention the Wisdom Vault because it's linked there and it will be available. So I will show you very briefly and the reason why it is locked at the minute. So the Wisdom Vault essentially has loads of resources. They are per secret as well. They're categorized per secret. So if you're working on a specific secret, you can click on these and then be guided. But as you can see, we've got all resources, we've got masterclasses, we've got Align Circle specific resources, Create Circle and Rise Circle. So Align is your personal alignment, body, mind and soul. Create is business mentorship. Rise is systems and automations, AI essentially. Recipe packs, naturopathic protocols. There's a podcast which at the moment is empty. So as you can see here, we are masterclasses. You can scroll through these. Some of these relate to the 7 secrets, so you can go and watch those. We've got specific coaching calls about different topics to do with your own personal alignment. So there's loads of those there. These are the business ones. So as you can see, creating signature frameworks, creating without overwhelm, magnetic content. So there's different things that are there for therapists and healers. Here are automations and systems essentially, so Facebook adverts, email magic. There's shifting conversations from your leads, social media flow, so lots of stuff like that. Down here we got naturopathic recipes first. So we got lots of recipe packs that have got lots of recipes and both in terms of inspiration, how to make things, your shopping list as well for all of these. Every pack has got 2 weeks worth of recipes, breakfast, lunch and dinner, with all the nutritional content and all of that. But the app also has some of these recipes in a different format, but these are like PDF documents that can be downloaded. Lower down we got the naturopathic protocols like Epsom salt baths, hot and cold tubbing, castor oil packing, hot and cold showers. There's lots of those as well, which again they're also on the app in a different format, so those are there. As I said, that is my podcast that is empty. Books and ebooks. Again, here there's loads and loads and loads of stuff for people to read. There's curated documentaries from YouTube and that people can come and watch. And then there are NLP resources. So these are for my students. As you can see, these this is one of the reasons why at the moment the Wisdom Vault is not accessible, because there are resources that are not open to you or the general public. Shamanic tools and rituals. This was from our Yule Celtic Fire Festival. There's meditations, and then we've got somatic resources, other academy documents and ebooks that I produced. So all of these, some of these will be available, but at the moment everything is being remapped because of the app and because of access. So this is where you hopefully have gained an understanding of everything that is available on the on the Healing portal, and I hope that makes a little bit more sense, and see you on the next video to explore a different portal. See you all soon.